Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and let's get ready for EJ Boxing Live.
Hero report right here.
Without AJ, there'll be no Wilder.
There'd be no Wilder. There would be a Wilder, but he'd just be in Alabama.
So how come he was up there? We asked a comedian. Comedian, what was it, right?
No, he'd just be in Alabama.
Let one go on.
He'd just be in Alabama.
We got another operation going on.
So that makes no sense. What you said, that makes no sense.
Yo, one at a time. Yo, is it YG versus Rafi? And let that go, PMC. Let them go.
Everyone mute, yeah.
Everyone else mute. Go ahead, let them just go ahead. Go ahead. Let's go.
Okay, go ahead, YG.
Yeah, no, you explain how AJ built Wilder's career, and then I just chew it up from there.
Well, you're gonna have a lot to chew, my friend. So without AJ, my opening position is that without AJ, Wilder is still living in Alabama, and nobody outside of America really knows him.
Wait, is this the same AJ who blatantly ducked Wilder?
No, come on, Fight Doctor.
No, Fight Doctor. Let Fight Doctor go in there and then leave it. Let YG.
I thought there's a one or two.
Nah. Fight Doctor and thing will be nice. Let
Okay, come on, let's go. What's the question? What's the question?
So the question was asked to listen. I'm an Anthony Joshua fan, okay?
Hey, I ain't got no beef with no Joshua fans. So really and truly, it's really me and YG that needs to talk this out. We need to talk this out.
All right, I know. All right. So you're saying that so why was the Ortiz why did everybody go to the Ortiz fight? That place was packed.
That fight wasn't sold out.
Joshua wasn't there.
Come on, Hamid.
Joshua didn't even come to the
Sorry, my bad, man.
Yes, yeah. So why did people go to the Ortiz fight? Is that your statement?
Yes.
Ortiz. When did he fight Ortiz? What? The first fight? The first Ortiz fight or the second?
Yes, that place was packed.
The first or the second?
The first fight was packed in Brooklyn.
No, man, that wasn't packed. That wasn't a sellout.
YG, hold up, stop there. YG was there. YG was there.
I can show you video.
Yeah, YG was in there. Why you don't need to YG. Now YG, you don't need to.
That place was packed.
Yo, YG, you don't need to.
Was he sold out?
Was he sold out? He wasn't sold out.
Yeah, it was. YG was there. YG got video footage. He's got video footage. YG was there. He got video.
I'll show you what people in it.
Yeah, it was packed out.
I'm asking you a question because according to the record, it wasn't sold out. So I'm asking you a question. Was he sold out?
So, all right, hold on. So you trying to say? Yes. No, I don't think it was sold out. I don't know.
Well, that's what I said. That's my whole thing. So 10 people have said he was sold out, and then now you're telling me he wasn't sold out. When I asked you if he was sold out,
was packed. Packed and sold out is not the same thing.
But that's the first question I asked you. I asked you if he was sold out.
Packed. I didn't say sold out. I said packed.
But other people was jumping on your behalf and telling me it was sold out.
Right, so hold on. So you're saying the only way a fight could be successful if it's sold out?
No, I never said that. I asked you if it was sold out, and now you've told me. Now, hold on. I asked you a question if it was sold out, and now you've told me it wasn't sold out. So now I'm just thinking to myself, well, what's your point then? If the thing didn't sell out, what's your point though, bro?
I'm asking you, so the only way a fight is successful if it's sold out?
No.
All right, then. So why would you bring that up about Wilder?
I was trying to establish the level of ticket sales, bro.
So, all right. So how much ticket sales do you feel a fight needs to sell for it to be a success?
Well, it ain't even about that, bro. I just wanted to know.
All right, of course it ain't about that.
Let me finish though, bro. Let me finish.
Yo, YG.
So the premise on that makes no sense.
Yo, YG.
Let me finish my sentence, bro.
Well, you can't let him talk, YG. After you say you can't just jump in, let him finish this. Come on, man.
Nah, because he's gonna say the ticket selling out don't make no sense. But they're gonna say, yo,
but you gotta let him finish though. You gotta let him.
Can I speak, man?
Can I speak?
Come on, man.
Can I speak?
Yeah, go ahead, Fight Doctor.
Damn.
Go ahead.
So we've established that it wasn't sold out, but it was well attended. Is that a fair statement?
Go ahead, Rafi. Go ahead.
Is that a fair statement, YG?
He's asking you a question. Now you can answer.
You asking me? What you asking me?
I'm saying, so we've established that it wasn't sold out, but you were there and it was well attended.
Yes.
Okay, so
and you also wait. Hold on. Before we what you call it? You also established that the fight being sold out. A fight being sold out is not the begin or end all.
The be all and end all. The be all and end all.
I guess that's how y'all say it on that side.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's carry on, Gabriel, because you said.
Okay, so the Ortiz fight. I'm just looking at the dates for that now. Ortiz won. Okay, so that was 20. What's that? April, January, February, March. That's March. Okay, 2018 in March, and before that, he fought a Stavern who was out of the rankings. This is the second time he fought Stavern. Is that fair? Is that fair, YG? That's a fair comment. He fought a Bermain Stavern who was out of the rankings before.
Also, that was the only guy that he never knocked out. That's why he got.
No, wait, that's not fair because Stavern was ranked in the WBC, if I'm not mistaken.
No. He was out. Okay, they may have put him back in the rankings, but Stavern had only had one fight in 2 years, and he was out of all the major body rankings, out of all the respectable rankings. He didn't feature in the rankings. He hadn't fought anybody for the best part of 2 years, and he took
Well, if you're going to say he hadn't fought anybody, then that's fair. But
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So we have to qualify what is a respectable ranking or what's a respectable.
He was essentially out of the rankings. The WBC may have put him back in the rankings because he was going to fight. He was going to fight Fury, but Wilder. But he was essentially out of the rankings.
He was meant to fight.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
He was meant to fight Povetkin, and then Povetkin failed for Osterring, which was the second test. So what they did was, because they couldn't get that fight, and Wilder was meant to fight Ortiz, who had problems with high blood pressure and medication, which he didn't fill out. So Wilder said he popped, and that fight got cancelled. So what they did was made Stavern the mandatory, because him and Povetkin didn't fight and couldn't, whatever, because of the field test. And Wilder didn't have an opponent, so they just made that into a mandatory defense, which should not have been, because Stavern also popped duty against Povetkin. But exactly. I think something happened and they gave him a pass. But
yeah, so Bermain wasn't in the rankings, and they bumped him up into to fight a world champion, because at this stage, Deontay Wilder's a world champion and he's fighting someone who's essentially unranked.
So how did AJ sell that fight?
So which fight?
So when he was going to fight Stavern, was he bringing up AJ's name?
When he was going to fight Stavern, was Stavern in the mix at that stage? We're talking 2017.
Our whole debate is that AJ built Wilder's career. So Wilder
built his career on AJ's notoriety. So basically, AJ gained the notoriety, gained the stardom, gained the commercial success, and Wilder would see that he was severely underperforming in comparison with Joshua, and as a consequence of that, he started to use AJ's name more often, calling out AJ, and by building, like I've explained before, people will always look for an alternative. So when you had the Jackson 5, I'll use the Jackson 5 as an example. When you had the Jackson 5...
why'd you got background news, man? Why'd you?
Yeah. So when you've got the Jackson 5, when you have a Jackson 5, people will look to, well, what else is there? So they'll come up with an Osmonds. Yeah? So what I'm saying, and then you have Coca-Cola, then people think, what's an alternative? Pepsi. Yeah? So you also, Wilder. Yeah, Wilder built his name. Wilder built his name. Let me finish my sentence. Wilder built his name off Joshua. Yeah, that's my sentence.
Wait, so Wilder, how many fights so Joshua has what, half as many fights as Anthony Joshua?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so Wilder had already defended his title 3-4 times before Anthony Joshua even won his first title.
Yeah, but he defended his title against the likes of.
More fights. Why wouldn't he defend his title? The guy had double
more
the fights.
Yeah. He's been a professional for double the time, so that's only logical.
So what's AJ's best win?
AJ's best win, well, damn. I mean, you could say Klitschko. You could say.
Povetkin, Parker, those are.
Don't say Klitschko because Klitschko's coming off the loss.
No, it don't matter. It don't matter if he's coming off the loss. He's still Klitschko.
I would say
Anthony Joshua
best win. That's a good question.
He's coming off the loss against the guy
What's going on? Somebody having a barbecue?
He came off the loss against the guy that just battered Wilder. That's wrong. So I mean, losing to Fury is no shame.
I think it's fight.
Losing to Fury is no shame whatsoever. Your boy Wilder just lost to Fury.
Exactly.
But that's okay. But so Anthony Joshua's best win is a guy coming off a loss. Basically, that's what you're saying, right?
Well,
I don't consider that his best one. I would say I think Dylan Wright's best win.
Let them debate,
that's one of his best wins. I mean, you take your pick who his best win is.
Okay,
He beat Klitschko. He beat Povetkin.
What's
He beat Parker. He beat Parker.
Ortiz.
Ruiz, just beat Ruiz. That was a good win.
So essentially, Anthony Joshua has beaten nobody.
No. I just are you deaf? I just told you. I just told you. I said
the fight doctor going in.
I said Klitschko. I said Povetkin. I said Parker.
Nobody knew Parker was.
Parker is nobody. Parker is nobody.
Parker is the guy who beat Ruiz.
Yo, you could say the same about Wilder.
Yo, man, are you gonna let them two debate?
We're not talking about Wilder. We're talking about Joshua.
We're talking about them hand in hand. We're talking about both of them. Carry on.
Man, you guys are crazy.
Okay, so
Ruiz,
Povetkin is an old man and a nobody.
Hey, can we have one at a time?
Klitschko's coming off a loss. So essentially,
one at a time. So you said Povetkin's a nobody, but Povetkin is superior in every way to Ortiz. Povetkin is an Olympic gold medalist. Ortiz never even made it to the Olympics. Povetkin is an ex-WBA champion. Ortiz.
Yo, man, who they beat? It's a two-way debate, though. Yo, we gonna let them talk, man.
Yo, don't give Povetkin that much credit,
yo,
man. Please don't.
Please form an orderly queue.
EJ, we need some parliamentary procedures, my brother.
Parliamentary procedure up in this biatch.
Yeah, Americans. To the Americans, right? The fact that hold on, Phil, one second, Phil. Phil, one second, Phil. And one second. Rafi is debating about thing, right? First off, so it was a fight doctor, and then they have to go that way because fight doctor was the one initially starting it. You guys are just jumping in. Let the fight doctor game with Rafi.
No, I got you. I just got a quick question. No, I'm just listening as well. My question is this is my question right here.
Who's this? Is this Phil?
Yeah, this Phil. My question is just like this. My question is, and this was before Anthony Joshua was, fought against Vlad and everything. Was Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder the biggest fight that needed to be made in boxing after Tyson Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko?
I'm listening.
Yes. I'm listening. Let me answer for you. Yes, it was. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder.
Oh, was that a question?
Yeah. It was the biggest fight to be made in the heavyweight division after Tyson Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko. Okay? Now, again, you fast forward to, three years later? And just recently, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder was the biggest fight that needed to be made in the heavyweight division. The reason why I say that it's the biggest fight.
Okay. Let him finish.
Fury, Deontay Wilder is the biggest fight that's been made within the numbers show. All right, the numbers show that it is the biggest fight that's been made
okay, for two heavyweights, okay, within the last several years. That was the biggest fight several years ago. I mean, that's an opinion. That was the biggest fight to be made several years ago. This before Anthony Joshua had any titles, and they were just recently one of the biggest fights to be made in the heavyweight division. I say that to say this: Deontay Wilder, whether you like him or not, I mean, he's been one of the top guys in the division for a very long time, even before Joshua came along. Is my point.
Yeah, rewind. That was a big fight.
Rewind. Okay, so
I gotta go. Can I just ask one last question?
Right. Yeah, go.
Who has Luis Ortiz ever beaten?
No one outside Brian Jennings.
No. Povetkin's got a much better resume. Luis Ortiz is the most overrated fighter.
Nah, he beat an undefeated Brian Jennings at the time. That was
Brian Jennings was coming off a loss.
I have a question, and I'll pose this to everyone in the chat.
Can I answer questions before we get more questions? I gotta answer.
If I talk to you, gotta let them finish.
Before you guys go, let me ask you a question real quick.
You said Povetkin's old. You said
white boy, your question's gone.
No, one sec. Luis Ortiz is much older than Povetkin.
Yo, hold up, man.
Luis Ortiz is coming off a loss, so let's keep the same energy, man.
Just let me one thing in, and I promise I'll be myself. When somebody asks a question, can we all just have an opportunity to answer it?
Yeah.
But it's not. I mean, it's not cool if just two people going back and forth. Like, just everybody should just get a chance. That's what I'm saying.
Referee was the one you started. Remember, you that's why.
Okay, all right. So having said that, I just want to pose a question to the group, okay?
Well, can I answer the question I was asking?
Let Rafi get back to Phil, because him and Phil are having a dialogue. After that, then we could go down fight doctor the rest of the fight. Let's keep the order. Rafi, go.
Okay, so
Wilder's best win. Yeah.
Bro, you can't keep coming in, man. Come on, you can't keep two.
That's Blogger. Blogger, you said you was going. Blogger, you said you're going. Rafi, and then fight doctor. Nah. You done that already. You done your one thing. See you later. Let's go, Rafi. Let's go, Rafi. Yeah, that's it. See you later, Blogger. Done. Out of here, bro. Out of here. Get out of here already.
This changes everything, right? Because Wilder's best win is Luis Ortiz, right? And I'm telling you, one of Anthony Joshua's mediocre wins against, a decent win against Povetkin is much better.
Alright, see you later, mate. See you later, Blogger. Alright, Blogger. See you later. Rafi, take that off the record. Rafi, carry on. Don't worry about that.
Okay, right. So I'm responding to Phil Walker.
Yeah.
Okay, Phil Walker's.
Can you repeat the question? Because I'm kind of lost.
When I answer the question, you'll understand. But when I answer the question, you'll understand what the question was. Okay. So. Right, before we go along that timeline of Wilder fighting Fury, and before we go along the timeline, I hear what you said, Phil. You said that was the biggest fight back then after Fury had beat Klitschko. Okay, I hear you. However, what you left out of that, Phil, what you forgot out of that was that after Fury had got in the ring with Wilder, I think, with Wilder. Remember that scene? Fury in the ring with Wilder?
Yeah, the face-off. The
face-off when Fury threw off his waistcoat and they were going back and forth. Okay.
Yeah.
After that, Wilder was asked, so we all thought that fight was going to happen, and after that, Wilder was asked about Fury and says, "Oh no, we have other things in mind before we can get to Fury." So Wilder said, "Nah." Wilder said, "No, can't do that. Can't do that yet. We have other things. We have mandatories."
I don't know about that.
Yeah, man. Trust me. We have. I can pull it up. We have mandatories.
He did.
Yeah, you gotta pull that up, man.
I'm not gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull up Unboxing Talk with Rafi on the Friday edition, bro.
I'm just listening right now. Go ahead, cook, Rafi.
Unboxing Talk. Phil knows me. I don't say things that I can't pull up.
Rafi, I remember he said.
Yo, Hamid, stop licking his boots, Hamid.
we have mandatory.
Yeah, Hamid, stop licking Rafi's boots, man. Be quiet. Go ahead, Rafi. Go ahead.
We have mandatories to take off, so we have to take care of the things first,
So
who was the mandatory, Rafi? Who was the mandatory?
Who was the mandatory? Well, that was going to be Stavern, wasn't it, or whoever?
Povetkin.
No, it was going to be Alexander Povetkin, another credible win. But go ahead.
It's not a credible win because he never fought it.
Yeah, because he rapped. Because he had
but he won for them. His mandatory was a credible.
He was in Russia. He was over in Russia. He went over in Russia, and that guy took drugs to avoid Wilder. Go on, Phil. Go on, Rafi. We're listening.
So Povetkin drops out, and then in comes the unranked Stavern. So my point is that Wilder's whole career, man, I'm sorry.
Povetkin got kicked out, by the way, not dropped out. He got kicked out.
No.
So the mandatory
You're missing the part. He was meant to. After Povetkin, he was trying to fight Ortiz.
The answer was valid, right? Because he did have the mandatory.
Well, he was a weak mandatory, man. The WBC,
Okay, so
the WBC.
So Povetkin is a weak mandatory now?
No, I'm not saying Povetkin was a weak mandatory. I'm saying that the WBC they're not tight with that. They're not tight with that. So for him to say a mandatory would trump a fight with Fury, come on now.
Yeah, that's double standard because now. White.
But not if, and this is my point right here. Not if your mandatory is a credible opponent that you guys just gave massive accolades to, and he earned his accolades in Alexander Povetkin. That is not a... Hold up. If Deontay, my point is this. If Deontay Wilder said, hey, look, I need to fulfill my mandatory, who is Alexander Povetkin, a hell of an opponent for anybody, and then after that, we'll take care of Tyson Fury. To me, it sounds as though he's trying to build a solid resume, is my point.
Well, we haven't seen any. Well, if you're trying to build a solid resume, why would you not fight? Why would you not fight the lineal champ when you had the chance?
Wait. There's so much wrong going on in this chat.
You gotta jump. Hold on, you gotta jump to Povetkin. So you skip over to Povetkin and fight Fury when Povetkin is actually, again, you said he's WBA, he's an Olympic gold medal.
You're wrong. Phil's right on here. Yeah, he couldn't skip that mandatory, man.
What I'm saying is based on historic evidence, based on what we know now. With the way that
he couldn't. He had a mandatory defense, which was called before around about the Spilka fight. He knew he already had a mandatory defense.
Okay, so when Povetkin drops out, he's not fighting anymore. Surely, would you not prioritize getting Fury in there?
Oh, I agree with that. Yeah, he should have.
All right,
then he fought Ariola, and then he fought the Ortiz.
Can I cut in?
Come on. And real quick, I agree with that. He should have tried to go after Fury at that point. But let's not forget that at that particular time, you got to think about the timeline and everything that went on leading up to that. Even after
Fury had a rematch with Klitschko as well.
Thank you. There we go. Bingo. I'm done. I rest my case.
All right. Can I cut in for a second, please? All right. Anyone who rates Povetkin above Ortiz, honestly, does not know anything about boxing, and I'm going to explain why. And a guy, in Povetkin, you have a guy in whom cheated his way out of a fight with Deontay Wilder not once but twice. Povetkin is a proven PED cheat.
So is Ortiz.
Okay?
What the hell are you going with this, man?
Povetkin is a proven PED cheat.
Ortiz as well, 2 times. They both done it 2 times, man.
All right, well, let me pose this question to the whole panel. Who would you pick to win a fight between the Ortiz that Wilder faced in the first fight or the Povetkin that AJ faced? Who would you pick to win that fight?
I'm picking
I could see Povetkin or Ortiz. You can make an argument until they fight. Will never.
Man, Ortiz would whip Povetkin's ass.
Ortiz look like shit.
I think Ortiz whooped his ass.
I think Povetkin beats.
Povetkin just beat Hunter.
No, he drew. That was a draw.
Hunter won that fight though.
I'm asking you, didn't you see Povetkin just beat Hunter?
Hunter won that fight, but he didn't get the decision. But go ahead.
No, Povetkin.
Yeah, I thought Hunter won that fight, bro. I think Povetkin. I thought Hunter won that one. Fair enough. It was a close fight. It was a close fight. I give you that.
Damn close fight. So, and what have we seen of Ortiz of late?
Lost to Wilder, and he went life and death with Hammer.
And that was the truth.
But the question is, who would you pick in a fight between the Ortiz that Wilder faced in the first fight, or the Povetkin that MJ fought?
You're going back.
We know the Ortiz is dropping off badly.
Yeah, that's what you won't go to that. He's going all the way back to 2018. And we know
And we know the Povetkin is still fighting top ranking guys. He just fought the young boy there, Hunter, 31 years old. He's coming up. He's coming up, and Povetkin is still on it. What we see is a faded Ortiz that Deontay Wilder made look good in his last fight.
Yo, Dillian White versus Michael Hunter would be a hell of a fight.
I tell you a better fight than that, bro. Dillian White versus Deontay Wilder.
I always wanted to see that fucking fight. I always wanted to see it. I just had a problem with it.
Yo, this is where when your boy Wilder stopped. When, my friend, what's your name?
Who? I don't know who you're talking to.
I was just talking.
It's Umar. Yeah. IFL.
With why Wilder won't fight? Why Wilder wouldn't fight?
Dillian White.
I can't explain that shit. You have to leave that shit to PNC. Because I always said that. I always said that Dillian White deserved his shot, and I don't understand what the fuck was going on with that.
Thank you,
man. Everyone knows about that stuff, man. Eddie Hearn wanted to keep him away from AJ. He just put him that way. That's it. Because Eddie Hearn.
No, EJ. I agree with that.
Eddie Hearn on top. Eddie. Because Dillian could have got a shot against AJ.
Now you talk about something different.
Yeah, no. Same thing. No. What I'm trying to say is that at the end of the day, they knew at that point, right? Well, at the end of the day, they asked Dillian, yeah, time to go to fight Brazil. He don't want to fight Brazil. They asked him to fight this guy. He said, I don't want to fight this guy. He didn't. No, man. No. Every time they ask him to do something, he don't want to do it. And then where's the B sample? Tell me where the B sample is, because I'm waiting. Where are you at? Where's the B sample? Okay. Where's the B sample? I still ain't got the B. I still ain't seen no B sample. I ain't seen the B sample yet. Where the B sample? Yeah. I need to see it. Yeah, I know there is. Yes, there is. There's an A and a B.
They talk about that dirty test.
Yeah, I'm talking about. I ain't got the. Yeah, where's the test? I want to see. Yeah.
There's been a ruling on that.
Nah. Listen. We didn't see the We didn't see the other sample. That's what I'm waiting for. I want to see the other sample. And furthermore, yeah, end of the day, Dillian's been shucking and jiving. Eddie Hearn's been keeping away.
Don't y'all know EJ's American, man?
He's American.
I'm not American.
Yo, EJ moved to England 2 years ago, man. He grew up in Brooklyn with me.
That's bullshit.
He's American.
Nah, I ain't American nothing. I'm just telling you how it is, bro.
Stars and stripes in his.
Listen, listen, Rafi, no one's a big.
He got a Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, no, that's long. I ain't get no General Lee car. I ain't got the. Listen, Rafi, no one's a bigger Dillian White fan than me, you know, bruv. I got Dillian. I was there from Dillian White from the jump, bruh. When he crash landed.
You don't like Dillian White?
No, bruv. Dillian White, bruv.
We used to interview Dillian White years ago.
I got Dillian White's number.
Why doesn't he like him? I don't get that.
Dillian White,
EJ don't like the way Dillian's doing certain things.
Yeah, that's why I don't like it.
You explain for yourself.
Nah, look. End of the day, I was with Dillian when Dillian crash band. When you ask anyone, right? When Dillian, everywhere Dillian was, EJ was there. I got Dillian's personal phone number. When he came back from his band, I was there. When he was on his first band, I was there. When he got fight AJ at his first press conference, I was there, right? I was there for the whole process. What happened with him is that I bet a whole heap of money on Dillian, right? Then he came out and said, I shouldn't have fought the fight. I was already injured in the fight, but it was a learning curve. At that point, he wasn't with Jonathan Banks, and he was looking for a new trainer. Where it all went wrong with me and Dillian, right? Because Dillian hit me up on my phone, is when I said to Dillian looked like say he didn't look the same without his boys, because he was there gunning Derek Chisora, and Derek rolled up to them. They were face to face, and Dillian looked shook. Now I said that now on my live broadcast. Now Dillian must have got wind of the video, hit me up in my inbox. What's this, man? I can't believe you're doing this, man. I thought me and you was brothers, and you're gonna say this and that. And he went off of me, yeah. And I thought, bruh, I took the video down, but since then I go to other press conference. Dillian,
you guys don't know all these details. See, Big Umar know this.
Dillian, ever since then, Dillian goes on following me. He's still.
I thought he's still cool with his brother.
Nah, Dillian still goes on following me.
We used to talk to Dillian.
Well, I could call Dillian.
Yeah, but
see that now. See that right, bro? I could call Dillian right. Like back in days, I could call Dillian straight now. Say, Dillian, what's going on? And all of us anyone on the line right now, we have to talk to Dillian. But back in what I'm trying to say to you, so me and right from there, Dillian. Hold on, big 1 minute. So Dillian, this is where Dillian went wrong, right? One time, him and Derek Chisora was going on, and he must have said to
the first fight or the second?
The first fight. Yeah, when they were arguing, he goes, I can't believe Derek. Yeah, all Derek is a woman beater. He goes, look at a nice pure white woman, and look at Derek, he's a big gorilla, and he mentioned racial stereotype. I didn't like it, and from then I'm not really messing with him from that point. I don't really mess with him that side. So
that's Derek? Are you cool with Derek?
Derek is Derek, but he ain't gonna say stuff like that. That Dillian saying that he called him a gorilla out, and then I didn't like that stuff. I don't like that stuff, man. So
I thought he called him a donkey or something.
Nah, the donkey I don't mind the dolly, but he called him a gorilla.
He called him a damn monkey.
He called him a gorilla.
How did you miss that?
Called him a gorilla, man. He called him a gorilla. He called him a gorilla. He called him a gorilla in the IFL, and I
gorilla's an ape. Yeah, but he called him an ape.
I mess with that, man. I mess with that. So since then, since then, like me and Dillian, like this shit. Every time I see him, he act like he don't know me no more. And when I see him, I just carry on. So that's how we are. But like, I like Dillian, but I just don't like the way he's going on. So that's all it is. But he look in terms of his shot. Eddie Hearn has been pushing him, right? Dillian, right? He look. Remember again. Dillian came out. It was AJ who said to Eddie Hearn, sign him after, because Dillian had no promoter after their fight. AJ said, sign Dillian and build him, yeah, and then we could fight again. That's what AJ said to him. But when Dillian rolls up, Dillian disrespects AJ so much, yeah, talks so much shit about AJ. AJ don't want nothing to do with him. So now he tells Eddie Hearn, just leave him there, just let him rot, just keep him there, and that's what he does. Because after the amateurs,
that's what Eddie Hearn is doing.
Yeah, he's letting him rot. That's what he's letting him rot. So it's Eddie Hearn's fault.
You got this dude fighting fucking Povetkin. He should be fighting for a world title at this point.
Yeah, bro.
At this point, Dillian's got a better resume than Wilder.
Oh,
yeah. How you say that? How you say that? How you say that? Nah, stop that. Wait. This Rafi guy's deep enough. Hey, hold on. So who's better than Fury then on his resume?
He's better than Fury.
Yeah, he got a draw with Fury. Hold on. He's got a draw, and he's gonna beat him in the third fight. So who's better than Fury? He's got a draw.
What do you mean? He's never beat him.
He's got a draw. So what? We don't count draws no more. We don't count draws.
Who is Deontay Wilder's best win?
I just told you. Now, who's his best draw? That's what we're talking about. Who's his best draw? That's what we're talking about.
No best who talks about best draw?
A draw is still a digit, yo. It's still a nominator. It's still a, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let's get past the draws. Who is Deontay Wilder's best win? Anybody. The floor is open.
Twice.
Who is Ortiz's best win?
Who's AJ's best win? Who's AJ's best win?
AJ's best win.
I'm asking a question. Yeah? Is that the Klitschko? Is that the Klitschko? Is that the Klitschko? Hamid, stop licking. Hamid, stop licking Rafi's boots for a second. Yeah, be quiet. Let the grown man speak. Look, Rafi. Let Rafi. Yeah, Rafi. So what I'm saying is that we're talking about Klitschko who lost to Fury. Is that the one we're talking about, right? That's his best win. A guy who lost and he was old. That's his best win. Is that what we're talking about?
Was he old?
Yeah, he was old.
Fury beat him.
Huh? When he
was he old when Fury beat?
No, we're talking about AJ though. We're not talking about Fury.
No, I'm asking you.
No, we're not gonna do that.
Was Klitschko old when Fury beat him?
He was
what do you mean he's older? He was younger. He was younger. Hold on. I'm asking the question. He was younger, Rafi.
Klitschko was old when Fury beat him. Yes, he was.
Okay. So if he was old when Fury beat him and the win counts,
he's old in both fights.
Then the win still counts for AJ too. Because
but see, here's the difference. He was older and coming off a loss when Joshua beat him.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was older, but I say he was better.
He was older and coming off a loss. How you better when you coming off a loss? You're coming off a loss.
Hamid, why are you jumping in, Hamid? Let them talk.
He was better because he had the fire put back in.
What fire? What fire? After he lost,
he was well trained. He looked better than he had done.
That don't make no sense, Rafi.
He was better in the AJ fight, but we haven't seen him since.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. How does that work? Exactly.
I can tell you how it works though, because
he was so good in the AJ. He was so good in the AJ fight. He got knocked out. We haven't seen him since.
Yeah, that's right.
He was so good in the AJ fight that fight.
Let Rafi finish, man.
That fight got acclaimed as one of the fights of the decade.
Yo, yeah, that's true.
But he lost.
No, it was a good fight. There's no question about that. It was a good fight. But the simple fact of the matter is this. We haven't seen Klitschko since that fight. So I don't see how you can make the argument that Klitschko was somehow better, that the Klitschko that AJ fought was somehow better than the Klitschko that Fury fought. That doesn't make any sense.
I can tell you how.
But we haven't seen Nicholas Walter since the Lomachenko fight. Sometimes, it depends how you lose.
There you go. So, because Klitschko got so much love and respect and appreciation, some things that he didn't generally receive worldwide. He got love, respect, and appreciation after the AJ fight. He says, you know what? I better go out on a high.
All right, can I just say something, Rafi, because you talked quite a lot. Dillian White's resume and Wilder's, you can compare it. They both lost to arguably the number 1 and 2 guy. White lost to Joshua. Right now, he's the number 1 guy. I know at the time he wasn't ranked aside, but Wilder lost to Fury. Wilder's beat.
Wait.
Twice.
How is Joshua the number 1 heavyweight?
No, I said the number 1 and 2 guy. Fury's number 1, and right now Joshua's number 2.
No, he's not. What, Joshua? No, he's not. No, Wilder is. Wait a minute. Hold on.
How is Anthony Joshua the number 1 heavyweight? Isn't Anthony Joshua 1 fight removed from being knocked out?
He go against Ruiz. Ruiz, man. Hold on. Wilder's number 1, man. Wilder's number 1. What are you talking about? Don't mess around with that, man. Wilder, how come Wilder? Fury's number 1. Wilder's Wilder's number 1, and then Fury's the champion. He's a champion, number 1 contender. Hold on, don't you understand how boxing goes though? When you go number 1,
EJ made him fucking champion emeritus.
EJ's on the magic mushroom.
Nah, bro. You know how rankings goes. You got the number 1 contender, and then you have the champion.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, EJ, we need to fly you out of the UK. We need to move you into Bed-Stuy, do or die.
Yeah, man.
Word is more. He may need to live next to feet.
You need to stop that bullshit. I ain't no thing honorary American. I ain't going over America for nothing. Let me say something. Like, you guys need to understand the rankings. No, American. I ain't no honorary. Hey, Raf, no, listen. The number one is Fury. The number 1 champion is Fury, and then the number 1 contender is Wilder.
Number 2 is Joshua.
No, number 2 is Joshua. There you go. That's right. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Drink Magazine got him a number 4, man. They put Dillian White ahead. That shows how could you.
No one cares about Ring Magazine. They hate the PVC. They hate Al Heyman. They hate Al Heyman and the PVC. That's how them boys roll.
He just got knocked out, man, and his resume.
He didn't get knocked out. How did he get knocked out? So what tell me how you get knocked out when you're on your feet, bro, and you're standing, you're still fighting back. How do you get knocked out, Hamid?
It's a TKO. It's a knockout.
Oh, so what? Referee? What? The referee?
Dillian White beat.
Man, listen. He's cornered through the towel and Wilder was still fighting. He's cornered through the towel and Wilder was still fighting.
Why did he get knocked out? His corner conceded.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I'll give him that.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, he was.
I mean, it's a technical knockout. Okay, we'll give him that.
Wilder was on his way to get knocked out. That fight was the referee.
Wilder was about to knock him out. Wilder was about. No, man. I saw the Alabama Slammer coming.
Looking bad in there.
No, I saw the Alabama Slammer coming. Nah, I saw the knockout punch coming all the way. He was bringing it back. He was winding it up. I was winding it up.
EJ, I was right there. I was right there with EJ. I was praying for that knockout. I was praying. I was praying to Allah. I was praying to Buddha.
No knockout.
Shit, I was praying to Buddha that night.
No legs, no knockout.
I tell you what,
nobody.
Rafi, he's gonna knock him out. Hey, Rafi, he's gonna knock him out in the third fight. Rafi, he's gonna knock him out in the third fight. Rafi,
I was ready to convert religions to get that knockout.
No legs, no knockout.
He's gonna knock him out in the third fight. Rafi, how about that?
Hey, we'll see about the third fight, but as far as the second fight's concerned, no legs, no knockout, unless you're a wheelchair boxer.
I
think Mark Breland made the best decision for Wilder's career in that moment because
for his life as well, probably.
Bruh, don't let your fighter get beat up for 5 more rounds on the hope that he can land a one bagger when you got a guaranteed third fight coming.
Yeah. But in that third fight, he's gonna get another payment. You would not stop that fight, man. So they would have let him get killed in that.
They would have let him get killed.
Why don't get killed? That's Wilder.
That's the mentality of a fight.
Yeah, that's what to get killed. Get out of here to get killed.
Sometimes you gotta have people save you from yourself.
Yeah, what? A mentality of fight not to get killed, man. Get out of here.
The only thing that Wilder was banking on, with his poor, with his piss poor resume, the only thing he had to bank on was getting 50 and 0. Was 50 and 0. 50 and 0.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Yo, fight doctors go to work.
Okay, so I have another question.
Yo, let fight doctors go to work. Let fight doctor operate. Let fight doctor operate. Operate fight doctor.
If his resume is so piss poor, why did AJ duck him?
Okay.
Oh, AJ ducked him by offering him 100 million.
Yo, Hamid, let them go, man. Hamid, stop interrupting.
So AJ is on camera. He was asking about the Wilder fight, and he says, "Listen, it doesn't matter. Simple fact of the matter is this." Well, let me finish. Let me finish.
Yo, let him finish what he's saying, though.
Let me finish. Let me finish. So the question was asked. AJ looks right into the camera. He says, if Wilder's side can come up with $50 million, we got to fight. Now, that's what he said. That's not what I'm saying. That's what he said.
Okay.
And instead of, and Wilder's side came up with the money.
Yeah, but
Wilder's side, now listen, look. And it's not like as if, and it isn't as if Wilder's people hadn't put on a big fight before. Wilder's people had put on the biggest fight in boxing history, period. Yeah. Okay? End of story. So,
they will attack you.
That's right. So if Wilder people say they come up with $50 million and they had the money, AJ took a pass. And we're supposed to believe, we're supposed to believe that Wilder's resume is piss poor. If Wilder's resume was so piss poor, AJ should have taken the $50 million and knocked him out. That's what resume can't be poor.
AJ can't beat Wilder. AJ can't beat Wilder. AJ can't do what Fury did.
AJ, hold on. So the only way to beat Wilder,
but it's a bad style matchup.
The only way to beat Wilder is by doing it the same way as Fury. Is that what you're saying?
No, not the only way, because I mean it's boxing. You can knock him off.
So you've answered the question for yourself. You don't have to do it the way Fury did. But AJ's natural style is more like what Fury did. Is more like what Fury did than what Fury did.
All right, let me ask you a question. I'm gonna answer your question with a question. You just said AJ's natural style is to fight kind of like what Fury did. In which fight? You talking about? No.
AJ is a to beat Wilder, in my opinion.
Aggressive.
You have to be aggressive. That means stepping forward. AJ steps forward. Wilder can't fight up his back foot.
You're talking about the second fight then? You're talking about the second fight.
Wilder can't fight up his back foot. AJ steps forward, generally.
Okay, but Rafi, what you're discounting in that whole scenario, right? This whole scenario, is that AJ does not have the ability to implement exactly what Tyson Fury did.
No, you don't have to implement what Tyson Fury did.
Let me explain. Let me explain what I'm saying. Because Fury has different ways of coming at you. So Wilder has to think about different things already.
Yeah. Joshua don't move his head and
outbox me. So I have to do this. He's giving him different thoughts. Yeah. AJ, he knows is not going to just be outboxing him like that. And another thing, AJ does not have the greatest chin in the world.
Well, we don't know who has the best chin between AJ or Wilder.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do.
You know how we do.
Yeah, we do.
You know how we do.
Yeah, we do.
I'm gonna tell you how we do. I'm gonna tell you how we do.
Yeah, we do.
I'm gonna tell you how we do.
Yeah, we do.
We know who got knocked out.
Let Umar tell you. Let IFL to Umar tell you. Go on IFL. Tell him.
Tell me.
Did you just call me IFL Umar?
Yeah,
what the fuck?
Umar IFL. Go on Umar IFL.
I love you. You ain't gonna get my ass. All right, man. No, because bro, yo, this dude just threw me off, called me that. But nah, man.
Listen, let me make a long story short. AJ will step forward and know he's not as silky as Fury, but you ain't got to be as silky as Fury. All you got to do is get Wilder stepping back. All you have to do is get Wilder stepping back.
What's that? Go on, you go, Rafi.
Now, see, hold on. Now, see, there's a problem for AJ that Fury didn't necessarily have. Now, Fury has the height and reach on Wilder. Now, if you go back and look at those first couple of rounds in the rematch, Fury was doing some things that he shouldn't have been doing, like, for instance, pulling straight back. But see, he was able to work because he's a little bit, he can match Wilder's speed. He can match Wilder's speed, but then being that he's so tall and so long, he was able to stay right outside of Wilder's range. So when Wilder was coming at him, he could pull straight back and Wilder would come up short. Now see, AJ on the other hand, if AJ implements that same tactic, he's going to get caught because AJ is not as tall and not as long as Fury is.
AJ hits harder though. If AJ backs him up, I agree with what you guys are saying. AJ can't.
And another thing, AJ doesn't have the win that Fury has either. Man, you're missing these things. AJ gasses.
No, he didn't gas the last time around. Come on, and he went 11 rounds with Klitschko and finished him in the 11th.
No. Joshua gassed in the Klitschko fight. What about the 5th or 6th round?
Which heavyweight has gassed worse than Wilder? Which heavyweight in the recent history of the game?
When does Wilder gas?
Worse than Wilder.
Where's Wilder's gas? Where's Wilder's gas? Where's Wilder's gas?
He's got his ass whooped.
Wilder got a second win all the time. He made gas, but he gets a second win and he rolls up and blows you out.
I'm not saying Wilder gas. Wilder got his ass whooped. I'll give you that, but he didn't gas.
He got in the first fight.
And on top of that, Wilder carries his power. Wilder carries his power all the way to the 12th round.
Wilder didn't carry no power to the second round in this one.
Say that.
Wilder didn't even carry his power to the second round.
Because he open hand slapped him. You know what I mean? Slapped him, give him that bitch slap. That's what happened. Wilder got bitch slap. That's what happened.
The bitch slap took everything out of him.
Yeah.
Yo, breaking news, man. AJ.
What's that, PMC? Breaking news. PMC, what's that? Breaking news?
Breaking news, man. Wilder's accept the former's offer to train him.
Okay, that's
what?
Cool.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
He said that the other day and he just confirmed it.
Put it. What in the boxing voice?
Look, you scared now, ain't it? You scared now, Rafi?
Live video right now.
Rafi, you scared now? Hey, Rafi, you scared now, ain't it? You scared now, Rafi?
Wilder setting Floyd little ass up, man. He gonna have Floyd come to the ring, tell him to let him train him. He gonna fuck Wilder up.
All the Americans. Hey, all the Americans are coming for it. All the Americans are descending down on this thing. They're not having it. All the Americans are coming for it.
Wilder accepts George Foreman's offer to train him.
Yeah. Oh, you said George Foreman. I thought you said Floyd. Yeah, that's great. Yes. Bring in Big George. Bring in Big George.
Yeah, you will never know who would have won between
Mike Tyson, EJ. Your boy Mike Tyson's a fucking hate.
He in the draw. Listen, guys. This is good for Wilder. This is good for Wilder.
Yo, they call in the Wilder.
Why you say that? Why you say Mike Tyson?
I'm gonna ride with Scott Twig on this.
Tyson is a damn cool, man. He's from my neighborhood. I can't stand that motherfucker.
Tyson's cool, man. Get out of here. He called Mike Tyson.
I don't know, man. Those guys are going crazy.
Crazy, bro.
I was gonna say this.
Mike Tyson runs the whole of New York, man. What you talking about?
Did you see? EJ, did you see Tyson dancing in the crowd?
No. What he did? No, Mike Tyson. Hold on. Mike Tyson. Hold on. 1 second. Mike Tyson dances at any knockout. He just loves knockout. He loves beats down. That's what it is. It's not really personal. If it was the other way around, he'll dump about Fury.
All right. So EJ, who got knocked out when Mike Tyson was on that TV show dancing in white leather pants?
I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying no.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, he got Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was doing a backspin, and Umar thinks he was cooning, showing his backside.
All right, I want to see this. AJ and
he was twerking. He was twerking in white leather pants. I don't care what nobody tell me. When EJ saw it.
Let me just see this. AJ and Wilder. Look, AJ fought Klitschko, who had over 50 knockouts, more than Wilder had fights. Wilder hasn't fought a puncher, and we just seen him get knocked out. Like, obviously, this is the heavyweight division, but before that Fury fight, I can't see he fought someone who hit.
You still hating?
I thought it was the first time.
Hamid, you still, who's your favorite fighter? Tyson Fury and Hamid, right? So we gonna listen to you hating out there as well, Hamid. You hating? Come on now, stop hating.
I like all of them.
Who's your favorite fighter? Hamid, who's your favorite fighter now? Is it Tyson Fury or not? Tyson Fury, right?
I was a big hate fan.
You're a Tyson Fury fighter. No, you're a Tyson Fury fighter. Are you not a Tyson Fury fighter?
I told you he ain't got one.
Nah, he has, man. He has. He told me already. Hamid loves Tyson Fury, so no. I don't know what he's trying to do.
Yeah, I respect what Fury did, man. Look at Klitschko before. And he beat Wilder.
From Manchester?
Nah, he's from Wales. From Wales.
He's from up north somewhere.
No, he's from Wales, man. He's from where Joe Kazagi's from.
Okay, Wales. Isn't Wales up north?
Nah, it's not. It's like the West. Nah.
North is Scotland, I believe.
Yeah,
I don't know shit about England. I'm just talking brief, man.
I'm just gonna say this. You gotta respect Fury. AJ Wilder, regardless who, they didn't fight each other.
Hey, Rafi, what do you think then, Rafi? You reckon Foreman's gonna help him then, yeah?
Rafi got scared, man.
Damn, I mean, that's worrying. That's a worrying thought, you know.
Why is it worrying?
It's worrying because Foreman might make him better, man. We don't want that.
Because he hits like a ton of bricks.
Too quick.
You should just stay with JD's boy.
Listen, guys, George Foreman was trained by one of George Foreman's trainers is Archie Moore.
I know.
Wilder is no George Foreman or Archie Moore. Like the guy, he can't box. He's too quick.
No, I think he was trained by Sandy Saddler's brother and Archie Moore. And Floyd, and he used to spar with Floyd. He used to fly with Sonny Liston.
That's the thing, though. Hamed is like, regardless, too quick or not, he had no choice. He had to do it. He had to exercise it.
And you see Foreman's one of the best boxing analysts. Foreman's one of the best boxing analysts out there as well.
Yeah.
Who's that girl? Who's the girl?
Who's the girl?
It's Rafi.
It's his hand.
Some girls talking. Who's some girls talking instead?
I think I might have been Fight Doc, man. He's over there.
It's Fight Doc. I thought it was Rafi, man.
Hamid, man. What's going on?
Hamid ain't got no girls, man. Hamid ain't got no girls, man. Hamid ain't got no girls over there.
Yeah, I was talking, man. So I don't do. Anyways, I was just saying it's too quick to turn around, to change. You get a guy like George Foreman. You should drop down a level and fight guys like Charles Martin, and maybe we could see some to go in with Fury.
Nah, man, you don't want to fuck with the God.
You see, Hamid's sneaky, you know. Hamid's sneaky. How can you say something like that? You see, Hamid, you have to watch him, you know. He's sneaky. I'm about fucking.
No, I'm right though, man.
Charles Martin. Let him take him pops.
I don't know.
You think I'm trying to say? You see, you have to watch him. You see, I know what Hamid's on. Yeah, his favorite fight is trying to set him through. He try to hide it. I know it is already. So anything Hamid's saying,
he could have had God in his corner in the second fight, and maybe he still could not beat Fury. Like, maybe I'm going a bit extreme, but you know what I'm saying. He could have had the greatest trainer ever, but. I just think Fury might have his number, man. We've seen
Fury's got his number. There's no question about
fights,
it. No. There's no question about it.
My next favorite fighter is Alexander.
Yo, George Foreman
has beat Wilder twice.
Bro, George Foreman
beat Wilder twice. Let's not mess around.
George Foreman's gonna make Wilder beat Fury down.
He beat him twice.
He's gonna beat him down, bro. George Foreman's gonna make him throw punches and come forward. He's gonna make. Listen, you know George Foreman, yeah. George Foreman, you see how he fights, yeah? He likes to throw punches and push you back. You watch.
He's
gonna beat the shit. Hey, listen, Wilder's gonna beat the shit out of Fury. I'm not.
George Foreman needs to be training Joe Joyce, real rap, man. That's the new
yeah, you're right. Hey, you know what? That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one. That's true. That's true. That's true.
What is Foreman gonna do? What is Foreman gonna do for Wilder?
He's gonna make it. He's gonna beat.
Because Larry Holmes said he tried to teach Wilder the jab.
When was that? Now that was Lennox Lewis. When Lennox Lewis,
Lennox Lewis, Larry Holmes.
Lennox Lewis still rocks him.
All of them tried to teach.
Bro, but the thing is a brawler, but you see the thing is, Foreman's a brawler, bro.
He couldn't teach him.
No, listen, he ain't trying to box. Wilder's not a good boxer. Wilder's a fighter. Wilder needs to fight. You don't need to box Fury. Fury's a better boxer. Wilder needs to fight. When you still say, when you're in the gym, right? I tell my fighters in the gym.
You got no legs, though.
No, you even got no legs, man. What are you talking about, Hamid? Hamid, you knocked out how many people? He's got legs. Hamid, let me tell you something. In the gym, when you go get a good boxer, you have to fight. You don't need to be boxing.
Fury's 270 though. I'm saying you gotta put some muscle.
What's that gonna do anything?
All you need to do is wear that outfit in training. It'll be good, man.
You hate. I see now. I hate it. I see now. I hate it. I see now. I hate it. Who's that? Is that Blogger? Is that Blogger again?
I saw you went.
Oh no, Blogger. See, Blogger's trying it. You know, Blogger. You back? Oh, your wife let you come back on again, Blogger, because you know you're supposed to go sleep right now. But what's going on? What's going on, Blogger? Huh?
You violated.
Blogger knows what it is. Go on, Blogger. Go get your piece in. Go. You gotta go to your bed.
Blogger's whipped.
Blogger. You know you gotta go to your bed. You gotta go to your bed this time. Because you know Blogger's not supposed to be up this time. He can't help himself. Go on, Blogger. Get it out. Get out your system. Go on.
Nice one.
Huh?
People are forgetting that Wilder tried to cherry pick Fury when he'd been out of the ring for 3 years.
I ain't forgot.
Yeah.
That's a lie. He tried to put money in his pocket. How can you cherry pick?
But he's trying to make the judge.
How can you cherry pick when you're trying to put money in the guy's pocket and tell him he needs to come back? How's that? What if anything? Yeah, Wilder helped him out.
Cherry pick. The man just come out.
That's not cherry pick. No, hold on. Let me ask quick, Rafi. Did he fight him straight away, Rafi? Did he fight him straight away?
He had him after two.
Oh, so that's not cherry. So that's not cherry pick. And then the guy warmed up. Hold on. Hold up. You said cherry pick, and he let the guy warm up. He let the guy warm up his bones. He let him warm up his bones, and then he fought him. So he didn't cherry pick him.
And he still got beat.
No, it's a draw. It's a draw, and he knocked him down. The referee cheated him. Everyone know the referee cheated Wilder. The referee, the count was too long. Everyone knows what it is, man. You guys are blind to the rules.
I know Fury won, but I wouldn't argue.
You're blind to the facts, boy.
No,
you blind to the facts of who you are and what you are.
Listen, now I don't even know why Nat was in this conversation. You're the little guy. You still got Chocolito pound for pound. You still got Chocolito pound for pound #1 right now. So get out of here now.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did. You said Chocolato's pound for pound #1 again. Get out of here. No, it's starting.
They're the ones that chasing smoke. That's not my fault.
You have to be a little guy to get the.
They're the ones that's challenging themselves.
Guys, I got a question.
You said you got guys that Crawford.
They talking about crossing the street and.
Guys, I got a question for everybody.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a question for everybody. What does Deontay Wilder do after he loses to Fury again? Who does he fight?
Fury again. We fight Fury again. You know what? It might be a close fight.
Ruiz.
Fight Fury again.
Fight Ruiz. I'm kidding. Just fight Ruiz, man. That's a good fight. I like that.
You guys are #1 haters. That's what I know. You guys are hating, man.
John wants to know.
I can answer that question.
You know who? You know.
I can answer that question. Fight Doctor's got an answer. Go ahead, Fight Doctor.
So here's what Wilder does after he loses to Fury. After he loses to Fury in the rematch, in the rubber match.
Yeah.
You're not picking him? I thought you were picking him in the third fight.
No. The smart money has to go on Fury.
Yeah.
PNC don't think too. All right.
Look, listen, Wilder has a puncher's chance. I'm not dismissing that.
I agree with that.
From what I saw in the rematch, if I were going to bet on the fight, I would be betting Fury. But now here's actually what Wilder should do. Wilder should elect to not take the rubber match.
Yeah.
And he should let Fury and AJ fight, and he should hope that AJ can find a way to beat Fury, because I think Wilder matches up a lot better against Joshua than he does against Fury.
He ain't trying to fight him though. He ain't trying to fight him. He ain't trying to fight him though. He's running. AJ keeps running. AJ don't want to fight him. AJ's
running.
Yeah, AJ been running for a long time. Really, he don't want to take nothing. He keep running.
That's the simple fact of the matter. Okay.
You
ask for $50 million and then they call you bluff, and what do?
Yeah.
You offer him 100.
How many offers?
You offer him 100.
15 million, 100 million. That could go both ways.
They offered him 100. That's what he did.
They offered us 15 million flat. They offered him.
Does Eddie Hearn, can Eddie Hearn even come up with $100 million?
Come on.
It's dissolved.
Has Eddie Hearn ever
He's got $1 billion budget over the next 6 years. He's got $1 billion budget over the next 6 years.
The Saudis, $100 million for one fight.
Eddie Hearn, okay, but here's my question.
Eating out of his hand.
But here's my question: has Eddie Hearn ever put on a $100 million production?
It wasn't from Eddie Hearn. It's from the zone, bro.
Why are you defending Eddie Hearn? Ain't got no
My
money.
question is: has Eddie Hearn ever put on a $100 million promotion before?
Yes.
So,
if Joshua got 85 mil against Ruiz, then that was close to 100 million production.
But guys, that 50 million offer, you do know that they asked AJ to sign without any details.
24-hour deal.
It was a good offer. It was as high as ever payday. It was as high as ever payday at that time.
24-hour.
It was as high as ever payday. Yeah, it was as high as ever payday. That's why he should have signed it.
24-hour Instagram offer. Say no more.
Who's washing the hands in the toilet?
Who's flushing? Who's flushing?
That's not me, Hamid. It's Hamid, isn't it?
That's me.
Why do you always blame it on me?
Because it's funny to blame on you. My bad, Hamid. My bad, Hamid.
Come on, fight, Doc. At least wash your hands, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say this, but who did the fight more?
You in the chat.
Now, look at Ruiz. He didn't give a shit about the money. Look at Ruiz. He took the small change. Knocked AJ out. Dropped it 4 times. Wilder could have done that. Ortiz could have done that. These guys were being too picky and fussy over money.
These guys were shook of Joshua. Let's be honest. Shook of Joshua.
Oh, look at this guy. Joshua, that's a bloody lie, Rafi. Rafi, that's a bloody lie, Rafi. That's a bloody lie.
Yeah, that's a lie, bro.
It's a bloody lie. And you know what? AJ shook.
AJ Blackfoot shook.
AJ shook of Dillian White. How about that? AJ shook of Dillian White. After Dillian White handled Derek Zora, when he got in the ring apron, look at AJ. AJ started muffling his words. He started waffling. I was there when they started booing AJ. When AJ got booed when he got in the ring apron. I was there. I was there. Okay then. So don't give me that. AJ's waffling. AJ wants to fight fat people and just play around. Like he got his work. He
wants to fight Twiglets. He wants to fight Twiglets.
Yeah, you better put it with some respect on Big Baby Miller's name, man. Big Baby Miller's coming from
Big Baby. Everyone reckons Big Baby would have beat AJ. You know that day they reckon he would have beat him. Big Baby, he didn't take his drugs.
Girls, so he's gonna have his belts too.
Yeah, Big Baby. Nauta and YG, they were picking Big Baby to beat AJ. You know, they put.
Yeah, I've been picking Big Baby.
Yeah, if YG's picking him, then YG's wrong.
I'm the motherfucking pilot.
YG's got a better record than you, Hamid. I'll tell you that, bro.
YG can't predict.
His record's pretty good, man. You know what I'm saying
he picked Yan to beat Kovalev. He picked Wilder to beat Fury.
Yeah, you're right. Why you remember all that, Hamid? You're deep. Like Hamid remembers everything.
He picked everything, man.
I remember as well.
I'm just saying, he even picked Mikey to beat. Even EJ didn't pick Mikey to beat.
Hey, listen.
That's not bad. That
man. Hey, where's? Anyway, I'm not even getting.
EJ, what's going on with you, man?
What do you mean? Hey, let me ask you a question, Blogger. Have you got the Union Jack there? Innit? Is all you got there? You got Union Jack. Hey, Blogger, you don't. Hey, Blogger, you don't know I got.
No, EJ, he don't fly the Union Jack. He flies to St. George's Cross.
Hey, Blogger. I got old Glory over here, Blogger. You don't know I got old Glory over here. It's over here.
I sent you the membership for the Bomb Squad.
Nah, bro, you don't need a membership, bro. It's just how it is, man. You know what I'm
saying? Bloggers are part of one of them parties that you remember your boy, EJ. What's my man? The Dark Destroyer.
Oh, Nigel Benn.
You one of them dudes that Dark Destroyer used to beat up in the streets of the 80s, boy. I know about you. Nah,
Blogger, listen. All it is that Blogger, everyone's trying to say EJ's anti-UK. It's nothing to do with that. It's simple as this, yeah. I don't like the idea of getting a raw deal. Eddie Hearn has gone out, and the thing is, it's not AJ, you know. I don't blame AJ. It's Eddie Hearn.
Why do you like that man?
Eddie Hearn is though. He's been the foot block, yeah. He's been a foot block for the longest, and now Fury's beat Wilder. Now all of a sudden the gates are open. Come in 50-50. Let's get it on. This guy's a prick, man. This guy's a prick. When Wilder was there, nah, you don't. He doesn't deserve it. I'm not giving his biggest payday. I ain't rolling with that stuff.
Yeah, when he interviewed Eddie Hearn was gonna throw his microphone.
What I mean? What I mean? You ain't
got the same energy, EJ. You better go in.
Well, when I interviewed Eddie Hearn,
and everything, who was it?
When I interviewed Eddie Hearn, he just talks. Eddie Hearn talks too much, man. He talks. You can't get no words out.
He was gonna grab your microphone.
Who's gonna grab my mic? Who's gonna grab my microphone?
Coogan?
Those gonna grab my microphone. Get out.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Yo, that shit is hilarious as fuck. You gotta watch that shit.
What's that? Oh, blog. You talking about blogger?
Interview with Coogan.
Oh, you talking about blogger?
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out in a little while.
That shit is hilarious.
Yeah, that shit.
I can't watch those.
UK blogger Coogan.
Pocket, like
that shit was funny.
It's just a funny ass interview, man. Dillian White was straight up talking shit right to Coogan's face, man. This shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
Those guys do have funny.
Coogan's a clown, man. Coogan is a clown, so I don't blame Dillian.
He's done a good. Coogan's done a really good interview that's flown under the radar.
What video? What interview is that?
So far, I'm the only one who's done a video on it so far.
What interview is that? What interview is that?
It's an interview with John McDermott. You know the guy who beat Tyson, but they called it.
What's that?
That was a close fight. I think a lot of people thought McDermott.
Yeah, what happened?
A lot of people thought McDermott won, but the interview that Coogan's done with him, I've done a video on it, and in that fight, John McDermott says something about the gloves. So there was a glove incident. This is the new.
You bringing the glove shit.
This is the new glove incident. No, because what happened is that Tyson Fury. They had it so Tyson Fury was going to wear raised gloves. Everybody gives Dillian White shit for the glove issue. Well, this is an even bigger glove issue because Tyson Fury had it lined up that he was going to wear raised gloves, and John McDermott, it was in the contract that he had to wear, I think, what is it called, BBE? So they were wearing different gloves. Now, the British Boxing Board of Control
have it. You wear different gloves, though, ain't you?
Well, no, because the British Boxing Board of Control at that time, stipulated that you had to have the same gloves. Both fighters had to have the same gloves. But yet, Kelly Maloney, you know, the guy used to manage Lennox Lewis, and then he's turned into a woman. He had it sewn up in the contract.
The guy that cried all the time. Yeah, we know.
Frank Maloney. Yeah. So he was managing John McDermott, and he knew that it in the contract. It was an agreement with them that Fury was going to wear raised gloves, and then
Why didn't you do something about it?
John McDermott was going to wear the BBE. So, it's in the video, man. It's in the video.
So what happened? What happened?
I'll post it.
Sarafi, what happened in there? Did he wear the raised gloves, or that never happened?
No. He got the owner, shop owner of a boxing utilities store to come down with 2 raised gloves. Yeah. And then the British Boxing Board of Control and Sky said that he couldn't. Well, the British Boxing Board of Control said no, it's contractual. Sorry, Fury's side said it's contractual. We paid Kelly Maloney to wear these gloves, and we paid him to have you wear those gloves. And John McDermott says it in the interview, and nobody's noticed it yet. But I'll post a link to that.
But that's why. Is that the fight when he got knocked out?
It was a second fight.
Yeah, well, he got stopped in the second fight. Then he John McDermott. Yeah.
Okay,
because the raised gloves are puncher gloves.
Tyson Fury was in raised gloves.
Yeah, that's why. Because they're puncher. Yeah, but the second for that. Yeah, but that's puncher.
What about the Chisora fight?
No. Forget. Let's stick to what we're talking about. So, see the raised glove. They're punchers gloves, right? They're from Mexico.
Exactly.
So they used to knock. So that's why he knocked him out in the second fight. So he's been cheating on it. So he's been cheating on the. I told you that. I told you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cheating. I told you. No. Hold on. Did you hear what he just said there? That means this guy's been shaking. This guy's been shaking and jiving for a minute. See when you do stuff. Hold on, Hamid. 1 minute. When you do stuff like that, yeah, early in your career, this is what this guy's been doing. So when you go now at a later stage now, when people, first off the spot, there's 4 occasions now. The sparring partner said he's trying to take the horsehair out the gloves. That was complaining with Ben Davis. Then we go to the Wilder fight, the first fight, we saw the situation. Now we're into the second fight, and we're getting the same problem. There's something going on here, bro. There's some levity to that. Whether you disagree or not, that's 4 separate occasions over a span of years that this guy's been doing shakings. So, you know what I mean? This guy's up to no good. And you know the thing is, I don't want to put aspersions on people from his community, but bruv, that's some shaky shit, bruh. Shaky shit. But at the same time, Klitschko was doing some shaky shit as well. So you might as well say pro boxing in itself is some dirty shit. Because we was just talking about the drug testing with Mayweather and Pacquiao and steroids. That's in it as well. So boxing is dirty with it, man. It's dirty. It's the shaky stuff. You know, that's shaky stuff. So if John McDermott in that fight,
the link is in the chat for everybody.
No, I believe him because he got knocked. I remember in that fight, McDermott's a pretty strong guy. He threw hitting you with Reyes gloves. That'll knock the shit out of you, bro. That's some power.
Yeah. So John McDermott or Jim McDonald, who was managing or training John McDermott, he said, listen. He said, listen, John. He's wearing gloves. You're wearing gloves to save your brain. He's wearing gloves. Tyson, he's wearing gloves to rattle your brain. And John McDermott was going to walk off. He says he's going to walk off, but he said that he got approached by the Sky guy and said, listen, if you walk off, you're going to get hit with the bill for this production. It's going to be a very big bill.
Whoa.
He says it in the interview. I have the audio.
No, it's messed up. You see? That's messed up. That's see? See? Look at Rafi. Look at Hamid. Look at Hamid squirming. Look at him squirming. What's it going on? Yeah, because he's a cheat, Hamid. Hamid, because he's a cheat. No. He's a because he's a. No, hold up. No, hold up. He's a cheat. No. You know what? I tell you what. Okay, let's put it this way. If John McDermott came out 3 months ago, no one would care. But you see this guy. This guy's cheating, bro.
Yeah, he could be clout chasing.
No, the clout chasing. Why would that guy?
I think the footage of the fight is available and it will be there.
Yeah, clout. Cheating. No clout, man. He's cheating.
I'll check it out, man. Check it
out. Look at Hamid. Hamid's wounded now. Like, you're killing
Hamid's gonna read it immediately. He's gonna check it now immediately.
Yeah, Hamid's wounded. He's wounding Hamid's victory. He's taking. That's what you do. Taking the steam out of his mouth, mate. That's what it is.
But I recommend everybody watch that video because not only do I expose that, but I also expose the actual techniques that Fury uses that makes him look as if his gloves look flappy. And the technique is he mostly uses it with his left hand, and what he does is he slaps with the palm of his hand.
Yeah, open hand slap. The
glove is fully on. He slaps
Strowman style.
He slaps with the palm of his hand. He also pushes the head with the left hand to steady it for the right.
Yes. But you see the thing is, you see that style, you know where he learned that, Rafi?
Where?
He learned it from the WWE. That's what you call an open hand slap, right? He learned that when he done the WWE wrestling.
He was giving Wilder than Ric Flair.
Yeah, he gave him the open, because I know when I wrestle in there, I done wrestling. When they wrestle, that's what you do. He learned that because when he was fighting Braun Strowman, they were slapping each other's chests. That's where he learned that from, right? He learned that
something.
Yeah,
it's funny.
Braun Strowman should start training.
Yeah, that's what he learned that from.
As funny as it sounds, I did think, because the way he kept on getting the headlock.
Yeah,
I did think that was like that was straight wrestling.
Yeah, it was wrestling.
The slap, and the thing.
Maybe Deontay should go to Triple
because you know why I know that.
He should, and plus he's been doing a little bit of MMA.
Yeah, exactly. See the things when you learn that, because I know that when I'm in the ring with the boxers, I teach them wrestling.
Yo, Deontay Wilder needs to hire Brett.
In the old school, in the early hundreds, all boxing fighters, they used to have wrestlers and their coaches. They used to have wrestling coaches in their team.
About it.
Yeah.
I'm not even about wrestling.
Yeah, I know he used I know he was using wrestling tactics on Wilder inside. Wilder looking doomed. Wilder looking doomed.
Especially with modern referees where they let you fucking clinch.
Yeah. You know what? You know when you clinch, when you clinch, there's a way of clinching where you just wear the guy down, like you sap his energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The guy.
EJ. You know who Wilder should go to?
Who's that?
I'm not Ruin Raw.
You're funny, but he knows how to trip people up though. But he doesn't know how to tie up. He doesn't know how to tie up. No, but you know what? He should. I tell you, he should go to. No, I tell you, he should go to. He should go and learn from The Rock. Yeah, if I could message Wilder, yeah, I would. I'll bring Dwayne Johnson in the camp. Yeah, I would, because look, let me tell you something, bro. You understand? These
real shit. Anthony Yard should have went to The Rock, man.
Oh yeah, he should learn. He should learn that stuff. He should learn that stuff, man. Yeah, he should learn that stuff, man.
It still pisses me off that.
Oh, there's Rafi's video in it. John McDermott spot. John McDermott spot. Okay, not John McDermott spot. We see Wilder, yeah. Anyway, all we're gonna say is this is building for the third fight. Wilder's gonna knock Fury out in the third fight anyway. So
no chance.
Come on, look. This is what happens.
It's not happening, mate.
Listen, Rafi.
There's a 20% chance.
Rafi, you're gonna have to eat your words, sunshine. Eat your words.
Chance.
Eat your words.
I predicted in the last week. I changed my pick. In the last week, I changed my pick. The week before the fight, I changed my pick. I predicted Wilder via knockout. Then I rewatched the first fight, and I realized properly that Fury.
Hey, Tyson Fury's gonna come into the third fight and be like, "You got any excuses tonight, Deontay?"
I realized when I watched the first fight, the second half of the 12th round, Fury was pushing Wilder back, and Wilder had no response, and also Wilder was tired. And the second fight was a continuation of the second half of the 12th round.
Listen, all I know is this, Rafi.
And I predicted that in the last week, carry on.
All I know is this, Rafi, yeah? Right? Boxing's a game of chess, yeah? Not checkers. Right? Fury came with a good chess plan. Now it's time for Wilder to come with his chess plan.
Wilder can't play chess.
Yeah, you can.
Wilder cannot.
Why you say that?
Wilder cannot and
he don't need to. He don't need to. Someone will play chess for him. Someone else will play chess for him and then show him what to do. How about that, Rafi?
Wilder don't follow instruction.
Oh, really?
Wilder don't follow instruction.
Oh, wait, you know what? Let me ask you, Rafi. Let me ask you a question, Rafi. Is Wilder one of your? Let me ask you a question. Is Rafi one of your favorite fighters? Is Wilder one of your favorite fighters?
What would possibly suggest to you?
Yeah. So you haven't got nothing good to say about him. So what?
No.
That's what I'm saying. You haven't got nothing good to say about him.
You never asked me for a breakdown of his strengths and weaknesses.
No.
You can't say that.
Well, you ain't giving him a chance. I don't see why you're not giving him a chance. But like, everyone knows, boxing at this high level is about chess moves, right? That's what it's about. So then,
I gave him a 20% chance.
Whether you give him a 20, he's going to win anyway. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you think. He's going to win anyway. So that's that.
That's not reality.
Listen, Fury, he got one over him. And
Fury's going to stop him sooner.
No, he did. Listen, let me ask you a question, Rafi, right?
Yeah.
Now, you as a man, yeah, and me as a man, right?
Yeah.
Say, all right, so a guy, yeah, comes up to you, Rafi, tomorrow, I'm going to come find you, right? I'm going to fight you at the spot. If you don't find me here, I'm going to come knock on your door and fight you, right? What's your options?
You're gonna have to go and fight him.
Thank you. That's what Fury did. That's what it is. That's what he did. He actually came. That's what he actually did. Because if someone's telling you, it's like a girl, right? Give you an example of a girl. She's telling you, "Oh, you're on the phone with her." If you keep saying that, I'm gonna dump you. If you keep saying that, I'm gonna drop the phone. Like you're listening to this. You're like, what do you mean? What's she saying? She's gonna drop the phone. She said she's gonna dump me. Okay, so the first thing you do, you drop the phone on her. Yeah. If she calls you back, you go, "Yeah, you're dumped," and you tell her first. You get it in first. That's what Fury did. Now, what Wilder needs to do, understanding that, is that this guy's come to fight. Now, okay, I'm gonna come to fight, not box, because everyone's been talking about Wilder boxing, and I said, yeah, fine, but Wilder needs to come to fight. He never came to fight. He came to box, be patient, wait for the knockout. That's what he came to do. This is not what he's going to come to do now. So that's why I feel in the third fight, when Wilder comes to fight, Fury's going to run for his life, bro. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I have to say about it.
After Fury's first assault on Wilder.
Well, he was running for his life. With the first fight, he was running for his life and Fury was boxing him. Wilder was coming.
After Fury's first assault in the second fight, Wilder knew it was a fight. Wilder knew it was a fight and he couldn't do nothing about it.
Wilder, in the first fight, right, Wilder came to fight and Fury came to box. If that Wilder fought, if that same Wilder turned up to beat him like that, then he would have had a better chance. He came to box him, bro, because he was doing it with Ortiz. He was doing it with Ortiz. He was taking the mick. His way, losing rounds. He was taking the mick, disrespectful. He ain't gonna do that in this fight. He's gonna come to fight. Foreman will help him.
Why didn't he adjust? Why didn't he adjust?
Because Fury opened and slapped him, and woke him, freaking, he shook him up, and he wasn't ready for that joint. He's ready for it now. He'll be ready for it now. He's seen what the guy. Fury gave his best weapons, and Wilder still didn't go down. Well, he went down.
Is he mentally ready for this now?
Oh yeah, listen, the mentality of a fighter is that when someone gets the better of you, all you do is sleep. Like Fury's sleeping in his bed soundly, innit? He's comfortable. I beat him, I'm cool, I'll just beat him again. So Fury's don't think he's changed. Wilder never bruh, he'll be like, bruh, tell me what I need to do to beat this guy. Every strategy in the book, he'll be openly listening. Now, if you didn't listen before, he'll definitely listen again. I believe Wilder will beat him in the rematch, 100%. 100%, I believe he will. Because in the day, I know our fighters are. They're not gonna. They don't do well when they lose the way they lose, man. They're gonna come to fight, bro. All of them.
Gonna get battered.
Fury's gonna go. And the thing, he's already seen Fury go down already. Down. So
Wilder's gonna get battered.
Nah, it's not, man. It's not.
Battered.
Nah. You know what? People saying that about Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz is gonna do that to Joshua, and I thought Andy Ruiz was gonna beat him as well, but he came in fat, the dickhead. And Fury's gonna. And you know what? Listen to this, Rafi. Fury's gonna come in even fat. How about that? How about them apples? He's not gonna come fat. Yeah, yes, he is. Yes, no, he's not. No. He's gonna be fat. You know why? Because his trainer's in Detroit and he's in England, and he's gonna have all them freaking pork pies and all them steak kidney pies.
Yeah,
that's what he's gonna do.
Fury's gonna be dedicated.
He loves his steak.
He's gonna be dedicated. He's gonna come in at the same way.
Hold up. Did you hear the documentary?
Eating that fucking blood sausage.
Yeah.
And haggis.
Did you see the pub thing when he was down the pub and he forgot to go? He was at the pub the whole day. He forgot to go back to his missus. He's on that joint, bruh. He's on that.
Obviously not. He's obviously not on the drink because he beat Wilder.
He's gonna what you're not gonna say? He's not gonna celebrate.
I mean, he's posting videos of himself trending already.
Nah, man. Yeah. That's old footage he put up.
He's already back in the gym.
Nah, that's old footage he put up. He's back drinking. Don't listen to that.
Keep telling yourself that, EJ. Keep telling yourself it's old footage. It's done. And Wilder can tell himself it's old footage.
Let me say this. Wilder's in great shape. Wilder's gonna pull it on him. Wilder
your king. Yeah. Your king is in great spirits.
Yeah, that's right. Your
king is in great spirits.
Yeah, Rafi's deep. Rafi's deep. He's got me on that one. I can't even say nothing with that.
Great spirits, you know. Man looks like he's about to burst out crying and he's talking about your king is in great spirits.
Listen, Rafi, this is gonna be.
And the whole of the man's side of the face is swollen up. He's trying to keep his hoodie up to keep the swelling, so you don't see the swelling.
Listen, that was an open hand slap he hit him. He hit him with the hand, yeah. And you know that what they're saying is that when he grabbed the fist, yeah, he grabbed the fist and he punched him in the side of the head. That's why it caused the ear bleeding with the laces of the gloves. That's what caused.
That's not what I saw. That's what I saw. What I saw was that Fury threw the hook.
Yeah.
The right hook.
Yeah.
Wilder raises his hand to block it, and as he raises his arm, the forearm of Fury collides with Wilder's raising forearm or tricep actually, and that pushes the punch back.
No, we're talking about his ear. We're talking about his ear. That caused the bleeding in his ear.
Well, yeah, because what do you call it? The thumb of Fury's glove hit Wilder in the ear.
So what kind of thumb of the glove? The glove's supposed to be all soft. How can that cause that? That was the laces of the glove that caused that. He raked his ear, bro. That's what he did.
Like, bro, your ears are.
No, he raked his ear. I know he raked his ear. He raked his ear. That's how he caused that.
Yo, EJ, you remember the old school WWE when they used to take the belt buckle off?
Yeah, that's what take the belt.
That's what Fury was doing. He took the belt buckle off, man.
Yeah. Wow, Fury. Listen, Fury done some old school dirty tactics.
Hey, Deontay Wilder needs the highest.
You know what? He must have learned from Ric Flair. You know what? Because I saw Ric Flair in the corridor when Tyson Fury was there. He learned some old tactics like that from Ric Flair. Came out and give it to him, man. But anyway,
he used some really sneaky old school tactics. He was actually, I would say, it was one of the dirtiest. Use the headline. One of the dirtiest heavyweight championship fights in recent memory.
DJ Boxing Live here.